Sometimes no.
Most of the time.
Most of the time.
Most of the time they are not.
Most of the time, yes. This is a big problem for us because we can recognize. If you see this mucopine, you see these are the needles it producing network. This is the needles of an only season. But a season is not a complete year. No. It can be collected in March, April, no? At 2,000 meters, so it's generally in Italy in May, and now it's here. So it's not the same thing to have a tree like this one, a taxus like Terris taxus or Tonis taxus or other Japanese trees you see in this place, no? And okay, but now we have to do this. So for this reason, I will leave this branch free, for free. So if so, I will work only with these branches, this and this. So even if the tree has problems on this part, and this is possible, we have always a solution, a savage branch. No? To be honest, we should be not workable, not style. But okay, we can take this risk because we have the most interesting branch of this tree is this one, and I leave this one for free. So I save this branch and a future possibility, no, for styling it. And I will work only with this part, even if it will be not very impressive work. Okay? But this is not a problem. The first thing is the health of the tree, in my opinion. Even if in Italy we are, I think, well known for the Italian style, no? It's well known Italian style because we have a lot of attention to the details, no? But sometimes it's not possible, like in this case. Okay. So I think I wanted to give you this teaching here, this day, because in my opinion this is the base of Bonsai dog. This is the base. So keep always attention to what you buy and from what persons you buy a material. Okay.
Enrico, I'm not directing this at you, but in bonsai artists in general, if you know the materials are not suitable for working on at the time, I mean, surely there must be some kind of credibility or integrity, going around that say no, this material is not ready to work on. It will die if I work on it.
Especially raw material.
I think, let me take a view on this, my view to this. This material's not really ready to work on. I bought it at Norlanders this year.
Yeah.
Okay, I was told it had been in the pot for 2 years, and clearly it's not been in the pot for 2 years. But the other thing, Gus, is that if you're going to buy something like this, our problem is we're eager to get it working.
Oh, I fully understand
that's our problem.
that.
So in reality, this should have just sat in my garden for 3 years and kept looking at it and kept looking at it.
Yeah, no, but Tony, can't you prep it?
You can semi-prep it, which is what Jerry's been doing with the yew tree. Which
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, you can semi, and that's exactly what is going to happen.
But shouldn't you tell the artist that, this was only collected 18 months, 2 years ago, can you semi-prep it for me? Don't you think
You cut off the branches that aren't important and leave the ones that are, and let them grow, of course, yeah. I mean, I took down the other one of these which I bought to the Best of British for Martin Landers to start with. He went, there's no way in a million years I'm going to touch that tree. He said, because if I start it, it'll die. And it was there's a big cascade one, the big cascade one, and exactly the reputation. Because what happens is,
Only style
Let me
trees
tell you,
die.
if this tree dies, his reputation's not going to be any good, is it?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, it will.
Because he told you that
Because
there's a
he's
possibility.
straight with us.
Yeah.
But a lot of people aren't straight. That's what the point I was trying to make is, you know, everybody's doing it.
It's money.
And
Money,
it is.
yeah.
Money's driving people to work on stuff before it's ready.
Yeah.
And
people
you know,
are buying.
all the stuff is dying, and it kind of.
You know,
Right.
I will make no bones about this.
People
the worst,
are buying
the worst offender was
material.
Rutlagas.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Rutlagas in Holland was selling these,
The
junipers,
dying.
Repanda.
Rapanda as well, you know, and selling them for thousands of euros, not like 50 euros, but for thousands of euros, and they didn't even have any roots on them, you know.
But Tony, don't you think, you know, I mean, if people are collecting Yamadori, don't you think they have integrity and honour to say, well, look, this has only been collected for how long?
Should.
They don't. So,
How do you know? How do you, the question, and this is exactly what Enrico was saying. How do you know? And this is rattling around. Clearly, this amazing tree has been collected a lot longer than that one. Yeah.
It's down. The only way it will ever stop is if the bonsai enthusiasts themselves
say no.
no.
Yeah, but are you going to? If that is up for 50 quid, are you going to say no?
Yeah.
oh, you bollocks.
No, you're not.
Excuse my friend.
But that's the thing.
Yeah, but it's a risk. It's a risky take.
Until the bonsai enthusiast does, it will never change.
It will never change. Do you know why it won't change? Because there are new people coming in all the time, and they're going to say, 50 quid, I'm going to have that. Thank you very much.
Suckered in.
You're going to buy it, aren't you? 50 quid.
Why don't you get something going on the IBC to kind of get a kind of.
It ain't going to work.
No.
No human nature. It ain't going to work. It will always be.
Everybody
You
wants
start
a
the
bargain.
debate, Tony. It's bound to mushroom and.
You know,
Everybody wants a bargain.
we
that's
can
the
sit
trouble.
all here and I it ain't going to change. Human nature says, wow, 50 quid, I'm
I
having
mean,
that.
something like that or that is clung on to life for 60,
I know.
100 years, and just to turn around and work on it just for the sake of creating a little good, nice little image for a few people.
Yeah, we've
You know,
all been there.
and for it to die.
We've all been there in demos. We've all been there in demos where we've seen it. In particular, these, and I'm began to talk about this. Communist juniper are the classic one that people work on. They always die.
Yeah.
And Martin Landers has taken years to get out of his reputation of all of his demo trees dying. And and as he said, he wouldn't even touch the tree that I was suggesting he did. Sorry, Tony, what else?
I mean, you say that, you know, it will never change, we can't change human nature and all this, that and the other. But someone's got to start, someone has to
We
try.
can make a stand, yeah.
You can always say no.
I refuse to buy any Yamadori from any collector if it's like that. Yeah. I'm not going to chuck 50 quid away.
Yeah, well,
Do we all want to
then
get 50 quid
you're
away?
in the
Yeah, but you have the knowledge, John.
But if you know
Somebody
that,
will always-
that's what I'm saying, Kev.
somebody will
Enrico
always
is
buy
trying
it.
to give us the knowledge,
Yeah.
and all it needs
No,
is
but
for
the
more
thing is
people to
knowing
give
the
that
material.
knowledge out
If you
and
look
stick
at the
to it.
material and you can be confident in buying it, but keeping it alive, not working on it, then it's worth it.
That's the trouble. It's
You've
too
got
too many people.
when you buy
Too
material,
busy.
you've got
This
to understand.
is a discussion that we can have over a beer.
No, it'll get more heated if we have
All right.
it.
Can I just talk about this?
Let's talk about this
I don't know
tree.
what to do here,
Terry,
so,
it's all yours.
this is the very last yew tree I ever collected
When did you collect it, Terry?
5 or 6 years ago.
It's ready to work.
I'll buy it.
Would you buy this tree off me? So the only thing I've done on
50
this
quid.
is it had a long branch here. I chopped it back. There's a little bit of deadwood on top, so I'm trying to keep the deadwood on top of it. That was the interesting part, and just got it to grow and to be healthy.
Is there anybody here who wouldn't buy it?
But I do think that
I'll buy
Terry,
trees off
Terry,
Terry.
you could give a very valuable lesson here. You could have worked that tree 3 to 4 years ago, mate. Yeah, you could have styled it.
Yeah.
And it would be a lot worse health-wise. 5 years down the line, you can style that now, and in another 2 years you'll be exhibition ready.
Well, I wouldn't say that. They haven't been working.
Yeah,
I would
you're right.
say
You're
that.
right.
Yeah,
John's
you-
right.
with the application.
If you wait until your tree is really bouncing and a pot full of roots,
Yeah.
you save yourself years of
Yeah.
anguish.
See, the trouble is, John, is
Sorry?
most people that come into bonsai aren't willing to wait. They
No,
want.
That's the
It's
hardest
the
thing.
trees.
That's what
Patience has to be
Enrico's
learned.
trying to teach us, that we should.
I know,
No, I
but
know.
most people that go to clubs
Yeah, I know
don't
we are,
come
yeah.
to things
Yeah,
like
but-
this.
You know, you're right, you're right.
So-
This is a discussion over a beer. This is a
You have to
discussion.
start teaching this somewhere, don't you?
Guys,
I know, and it is grassroots, but the trouble is,
Society, and everybody's trying to work on the tree.
I know, I know.
It's an ethos that's
Yeah. Anybody that's followed me on IBC will know exactly where I stand as far as this is concerned.
Anyway, this tree.
This tree.
I've got to do something because there's a lot to do. The most beautiful part of this tree is totally hidden. The reason I collected it was because of the dead wood. But
Sorry.
we've just been getting it healthy, and so what I've got to do is show the beauty of this tree, the thing I collected it for, and that means this branch that's covered in front will go, you know. Once I cut it off, you'll see the reason why. But as I say, it's just been on there just to give the tree health and to make it live, really. So. Knuckle, it's hard stuff. Yew trees.
should have worked on it earlier.
Well, I'll say, but if I worked on it 5 years ago, I wouldn't have had that trouble. Now you can see what's hidden behind the live wood. Absolutely beautiful. But I've got to get rid of quite a lot more yet, so I'll be snipping away for a few minutes and then probably talk about what we're going to do with it.
Alright, I'll pick up on, because it kind of skipped here really. This is a rare beast in my garden. I'm going to talk to you about first collecting Yamadori. First Yamadori I ever collected, real good Yamadori, was Communist juniper. And I collected dozens of them. Every single one died, every single one. And that was through simple ignorance, not really knowing how to keep them. And when we go out collecting our hawthorns and yews, we walk past the most amazing trees. I mean, truly amazing trees, but we never collect them, do we?
No.
We don't even touch them, because
No,
everyone's
no,
died, and
no,
I'd
no.
rather stay on the hill and still be alive. Now, this tree is an experiment. This is a tree that came from John Walsh. Now, John Walsh is an old-timer, bless him, he's not with us anymore, but he was very much a pioneer in Lancashire and Manchester. He was part of Manchester Club, and he worked with John Narker. John Narker knew him personally, visited his house, and he collected a number of these. And for some uncanny reason, he kept them alive, and to this day. Whether he collected 500 and kept 5 alive, I don't know. But this is one that he kept alive. Now, in trying to establish why he kept it alive, I decided to investigate the roots. And the roots were still in exactly the same soil that he collected it in. He basically dug it out the marsh and put it straight in the pot. He didn't change the soil. Nothing changed. So he kept it in the soil. Now he lives he lives very, very close to him. So, you know, this is the sort of atmosphere he was living in. If I told you that this tree was collected 30 years ago, and it's not grown anything at all, and when I got it, it wasn't in great health. So, you know, this is a bonsai secret, I'm telling you now. I decided that it was shit or bust in this tree. Once I'd cleared out all the muck and everything else it was in, I put it in pure Kiryu. Kiryu. Pure Kiryu. That is growing in pure Kiryu. And after 2 years, this is the healthiest I've ever seen any communist in any garden in Lancashire. I don't know what, you know. And I know for sure in Italy, communist is not a good species. No, it's not a good species in Italy. It's not really a good species here, but for the first time in 20 years, this season, I'm going to collect some communists and I'm going to plant them in pure Kiryu.
Try a few in Kyodamas, pure Kyodama as well, that works really good for them.
Well, I heard that they call it sharp sand, don't they, in America, where it is, but
Kiryu is Riverside.
Riverside, yeah. So that's in pure Kiryu, nothing else. And no, here's the other thing, because certainly talking to some of the old timers, they never fed it.
John Walsh never fed his trees.
Never fed his trees, and they stayed alive. And this really, for me, this is a beacon, because if I can keep alive some of these amazing communist junipers, oh boy, are there going to be some great trees, because they're certainly like this.